So recently Jake has got me interested in the Hawaiian lunar calendar, and we are in Muku moon today. That is no moon. So theoretically it should be pretty fishy after a no fishing period, so let's see how we do today. We threw the anchor off the kayaks in about 40 feet of water, and I'm just going to go down and make sure it's secure because the wind is starting to pick up already, and we don't want to lose our kayaks in case our anchor breaks loose. So I'm going to make sure it's tucked into the rocks and not the coral so I don't hurt anything. I'm going to open it up and make sure it grabs in a really secure spot because we do not want to go chasing our kayaks down the coast today. So get it set into place. It feels really good, and I'm just going to take a quick look around before I head up and see what the fish are doing and go swim out to our starting location for the day. But before we head them out any deeper, we're all going to take a drop in this zone right about 40 feet. And I saw a real fat roy from the surface, an invasive grouper, and they do a lot of damage to the reef, as you guys know. So I thought that would be a great way to start the day. Take an invasive off the reef, get some good karma going. There he is right there, a big fatty. But I'm not about to smash my freshly sharpened tip straight into the rocks in my first shot of the day, so I'm going to hope he comes out in a different angle and gives me a better shot so I can still take him without ruining my spear. So I put my head back down and throw a little sand up and see if he comes back out. He goes underneath that big fat rock, and I'm not sure he's going to come back out. So I take a quick look behind me, make sure I'm not missing anything else, and I'm not really seeing anything. So one more quick glance back, and he doesn't come back out. So now we're going to head him back out a little deeper because we have a lot of people to feed today. Then as Jake is down here hunting some invasives of his own, this super cool eagle ray comes in to check him out, and I take a drop down to go swim with him. And as Jake fires, he takes off into the depths. And then we decide to swim out a little bit deeper, and as I'm swimming out, I see this flash of white on a tail in the rocks, and I thought that looks like a huge kumu. So I take a drop down, I swim away from him, and then spiral back in to face him so I didn't spook him. I tuck into the rocks really gently here, and he's right in the middle there. So I'm going to stick my gun in case he comes out, and right away he shows some interest. He's an absolute donkey. I'm going to wait for him to turn, and the little twitch of his tail spooked me. I thought I was going to lose my opportunity, so I just pulled the trigger. I went for the sure thing, hit him center body, and I got him. I know he's on there. I know he's not coming off. He's one of the bigger kumus I've seen, and I'm super stoked. I'm just going to haul him up nice and gentle.
I saw the tail, and I was like, I gotta. He's a monster.
Like, if you blast that tip, would have been Pachi. Oh, that's
no, but Pachi.
That's a tank of a kumu. Nice.
The king of all the goatfish, super special one. Then we head out a little bit deeper into the 70-80 foot zone and start chumming, and I saw this big fish on the bottom. As I went to go drop on him, he actually came up, and it ends up being a huge yellow spot. He's not giving me the right shot, so I gotta wait till he turns. And it's not the best top-down shot, but it does work. I can see the shaft went through him thick enough, and the flopper did open. So I know I got him, but I'm just going to let him run because I don't want to ruin any of the meat. And I'm just going to gently come up and fight him from the surface. And I'm trying to pull him away from the flasher line because I can tell he's trying to wrap up to it so he can get something to pull himself off on. And right there, he grabs the line, but he ends up spinning backwards and unravels himself, thankfully. So I can keep swimming him away from the line and pull him up. I can put a bit of pressure on him now that he's getting tired. Jake looks for a backup shot, but he doesn't need it. As he gets near my fins, I'm making sure he doesn't wrap my legs up, because if he does and a shark grabs him, he could easily pull me down and drown me. So I'm trying to get him in my hands as quick as I can without getting tangled, and it's working out pretty well. He's still pretty lively, so I just have to make sure I get my hand on his face as quick as I can so he stops fighting me. So I grab a hold of his gills and put him out. And while they do look very similar to an omilu, they are very different. Their sashimi is some of the best on the reef. And then all that action brings in a school of kamanus, and they look like they're pretty big. And as I'm dropping down through the water column, trying to kick as gently as possible, grunt and flash my pinky flasher, they seem to show some interest, but they're still a little bit wary. I know it's going to be a pretty far shot, and as I line up, I shoot right over the top of them because I thought they were a lot bigger, but they were closer to me than I thought, and I missed my opportunity. Oh well, moving on. So we just had to change locations and swim against the wind a little bit so then we can get pushed back towards the kayaks when we're ready to head back. So now for the rest of the day, we're going to be settling into the 65 to 80 foot zone. And because I'm off to a really good start already, I know that it's time for me to take an invasive off the reef. So this dive, I'm 100% set on getting just an invasive only. So I see some nice towels in the area. I'm just going to pick out my best one. And as I look over, this fat barracuda comes in with some moss growing off him. And I go to poke him away, but he doesn't seem bothered by me at all. He just cruises on past. So I'm looking through this wall of fish at a nice towel. He doesn't know that I'm focusing on him. As he comes through, I hit him center body. I know it's a good shot. He's nice and fat. I can put a lot of pressure on him. I'm going to haul him up quickly. And they're really good eating too. Toaus were introduced to Hawaii in 1956 from Tahiti and ended up being a big mistake. They compete with a lot of endemic species and natives like kumus, so the more you can take of these guys, the better. So then I'm going to settle into what I believe is my deepest drop of the day, somewhere in the 80 foot range, and we've been following this big school of moo around, but I'm not seeing any down here through the murk. I was hoping I would get a drop on them, but instead these monstro paleocalas come in, and I'm just going to wait for the one that gives me the best shot because I don't want to have to fight him, and he does. So I give him the stone shot so I don't have to fight with him at all. And as I go to haul him up, I wasn't down for very long, so I can really take my time. The flopper of my shaft gets stuck on the rocks and kind of yanks on me a little bit, so I have to let some line out and give it a tug on the way up and get that flopper to release off the reef. And now, I don't want to shoot paleocalas very often because they are very slow growing, but if I see some monsters like this and they come in, it's a ton of really high quality meat, and I think it's highly underrated. So this is going to help us feed about 20 people later, so it's definitely a good shot to take. And on my way up, Alex makes sure I'm okay, and I surface just fine. It's always really great to feel the weight of a really big fish on the end of your spear. This guy's right around 6 pounds.
What a shot. Always nice to stone it when you're that deep, huh?
Thanks. Yeah, I was like, he's gonna give. There's a few of them there. Like, just wait for the right shot.
It's such an incredible and versatile fish. The sashimi is amazing when you let it cure up for a few days. Just don't take them very often. And they have these razor blades on their tail, so make sure you cut those off so they don't slice you through your wetsuit. No, I've been super blessed already, but this mission is greater than me. It's not just about me collecting food this week. I have a lot of people I'm going to help feed, so I'm going to try to get a little bit more. And I'm really after these moo right now. So I'm playing the game, I'm settling in, tucking into the reef, keeping my head down, scratching and grunting and trying to relax as much as I can. And as I slowly pick my head up, I'm disappointed I don't see any of those moos that we've been after, but I see the shine of that really nice uku up there, and that will do in a pinch. So I give him the old squid hand, and as he comes in, I take a lunge forward, and I hit him center body. He's probably about 5 pounds or so, on the smaller end of what I would shoot, but super stoked on this guy. I'm going to take my time on the way back up and make sure I don't damage any meat because they're super soft. And Jake goes down and makes sure it doesn't need a backup shot, but it does not, and I surface just fine.
He's a happy boy. He's a real happy boy. Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Uku baby.
Uku mood.
Hell yeah! What a day.
And then he spits out his last meal here and helps us chum the waters up.
Remember this day for a while. Hell yeah.
It's going off.
Heaven, baby.
get some moo in here.
And that's it right there. That's the #1 fish we're after on the reef. Super cool looking, amazing eating, super hard to hunt. Super stoked. Now, I'm obviously feeling very satisfied with my day, and we start to head back towards the kayaks. So I'm going to take one more drop today. Really, after these moo, like I've said, they've been kicking around all day. We just can't get the drop on them. So I'm either going to come up with a moo or an invasive this dive. That's all I'm really focusing on. So I'm going to play the game one more time. And I'm not really seeing any, which is a little disappointing. And I'm playing the game right, have my head down. I'm at the right depth, being super calm. And as I look over behind this boulder here, I can see him coming in. He's slipping right behind that boulder. So I'm going to let him get away from me a little bit so he doesn't know that I'm stalking him. I'm going to come up behind him very slowly so he doesn't see me. As I creep around this rock, I'm going to lead with my gun, and there he is. I take a really long lunge and shot. And you can see here that I hit him right where I wanted to. The shaft goes all the way through, but the flopper stayed closed and fell out of him. But he's pretty badly wounded. He's swimming in circles right over the top of that rock. So I'm going to keep staring at him, keep my eye on him, and figure out where he goes. So hopefully one of us can go down and dig him out of that hole. So I see him go in the crack of that rock. And as Alex goes down, he heads right for him. And as he digs around a little bit, he doesn't see him. But Jake goes down and does a lot of work down there. And it looks like he's coming up with something. So let's see what he's got.
My hero.
Oh, this is mine. 50-50.
My man, yeah, works for me. Thank you, thank you.
Right, first hit of the rescue. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Thanks, Jake.
String him up.
Yeah. Whew.
My spear started going like, yeah! Like, hit him in the head, mouth stopped, then grabbed him.
No way.
Yeah.
Great way to end today.
Nicely done.
Thanks, Jake. Come to work, brother. Appreciate it.
So that's a beautiful mark to end our day. I'm going to roll up this flasher line, and we are going to throw everything up on the kayaks and head in.
Alright. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Right. Yeah, boy. All right, we're back. Oh yeah, get the full service wash.
Oh yeah.
What's up? Let me take my belt off first.
Oh, there we go.
Easier access. Get the Muku there, baby. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that pile of fish. We're gonna throw that in there. This is not our catch and cook. This is just for fun.
So we ended up feeding a few families and about 20 people with this. Really exciting day. Lots of fun.
Okay, I'm gonna sit and eat. I'll catch you guys later. All right, so our lilikoi is going off right now. So grabbed a couple of those and we're gonna do our cook with that. All right, so this is how we're gonna do this. I've done something kind of similar before, but I'm gonna do a little bit different this time. I'm gonna use tea leaf. So we're gonna take a bunch of those leaves and then we're gonna scale that kumu and then add a bunch of stuff and we're gonna put it on the charcoal. So we have a few different tea plants around. I don't want to take all of them off of one, so we're going to diversify and split them up a little bit so we don't do too much damage. Oh, check out that kumu, huh? Woo! Pretty stoked about this guy. I think the only way to honor him is to bake him in tea leaf. So we're going to scale him first. He's already gutted and gilled and bled out. To make sure you get some scales on you for extra mana. right, he's nice and cleaned up. So we're gonna throw them on here and have it kind of cross-hatched a little bit. Keep all the moisture in. Now we're gonna slice it up a little bit. Score that meat. All right, so we're just gonna cover the whole thing in mayonnaise, but Jake brought us a whole bunch of mayonnaise packets. They were gonna throw them away, but we use a lot of mayonnaise, as you guys know, so we're gonna use these. Do one in the belly cavity, of course. Just rub this down. Make sure you get it in the cracks. Yeah. Side now, of course. Now we add some hot sauce. Intermission hand washing. Okay. And then we have these lilikoi from earlier. I actually picked these a couple days ago, so they're extra ripe. They're perfect, I think. I'm cutting these without cutting into my hand. Beautiful. So we have 2 of these. So now I got this guava from a friend's house, wild guava. We're gonna cut this up into small pieces and we're just gonna put it all over that and we're gonna wrap it all up together. So it'll be kind of sweet guava smoked. Sample. Mm-hmm. That'll work. Put a little in the belly. A little bit underneath. Rest on top. There we go. All right, now we're just gonna wrap it and take 1 leaf over the top. And the rest of these just kind of get however I can get them on there. This is not easy to do. I'm sure some people are good at it. I'm not. We'll go these ones this way. That. Cool, and I'll grab a couple more and I'll just wrap that up. Tuck these in. Over the end. Maybe one more. Okay, just fine. Right there. So I gave the chimney back to Jake, so I don't have any way to start this other than this way for dramatic effect. All right, so we've been letting that cook off for about 10 minutes and I put the cover on it to get it heated up. And now we're ready to throw this on there just as is. That way it won't unroll. And we're just gonna leave that for probably 20-30 minutes and then we'll flip it. Oh, what you doing there, honey?
For the garden beds.
For the garden beds?
Yeah.
Collecting sticks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And rocks.
And rocks. Did you wet your plants?
You weren't supposed to tell anybody.
She wet her plants. Okay, so it's been about a half hour, maybe a little bit more. It's not as hot as I thought it would get, so we'll have to a little bit longer, but I think it's ready for a flip. Yeah. Okay, give it another 40, 45 minutes or so. Okay, I think we did it. We're there. Ooh, it smells so good. Oh yeah, we did it.
Perfect.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh my goodness. Check that out.
It's like falling off the bone.
Oh yeah. All right. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some
Yeah.
shoyu on there.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So good the bee wants some.
That's it. That's the best steamed fish I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Not just of flavor, but the texture. It's like, it just flakes right apart. Right? It's like oily and nutty and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fishy at all. And that lilikoi is just the right amount of citrus with a little bit of crunch from the seeds. Right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good balance for it.
This is like superb.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I prefer the tea over the banana leaf.
Just adds to it. Like.
That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was a really epic adventure. Super stoked we did that. And I may or may not take some time off to recover. I've been going pretty hard. So I hope to see you guys next week. But if I don't worry. I'll get back to you guys real soon. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you soon.